This is the main entrance into the Mount Cameroon National Park. We are using another way up the mountain. This is the motorable road climbing the mountain. And today we are going to take you up the mountain to discover what is being done after the mountain race. It should be noted that the whole place is being littered. The mountain is littered with dirt. How is it managed and what is up the mountain? Mount Cameroon is one of the highest mountains in Africa. Starting from Bonakanda, a small village in Boya, the journey to the summit of Mount Cameroon is approximately 25 kilometers by road, reaching an altitude of over 4,100 meters. The trip is a true adventure. We will travel by car before beginning our ascent on foot. The enclosure welcomes us into the heart of Mount Cameroon National Park. The path ahead is treacherous and with many stones. After nearly an hour's drive, we reach the savannah. It borders the slopes of Mount Cameroon. Here, the grasses are ochre and the shrubs are golden in places, a silhouette that whets the appetite of the eye. The silence is broken only by the rustling of dry leaves as animals roam in search of food, like the antelope we captured on our camera. But this savanna, stretching from several kilometers, faces a major problem: bushfires that threaten the extinction of protected species.
When we look behind me, we'll see that the mountain is black instead of green or brown. It is due to bush or wildfires. These wildfires mostly are ignited by hunters and honey or wild honey harvesters. Hunters put fires on the forest to see that the grasses regenerate, and while regenerating they can easily see animals that are eating around the savannah.
To deal with this surge, which is like a tradition here, the contribution of traditional leaders is sought.
We call upon on this to the traditional rulers to make efforts to help the park service to sensitize, because traditional fire or uncontrolled fire is not good for conservation.
We continue our journey with the goal of reaching the summit, but getting there is not an easy feat. The trip continues as we discover the magnificent landscape. At various points along the road, there are rest areas and shelters where tourists can catch their breath or simply stop over. The second and third shelters are well-equipped sites featuring eco-friendly cabins. Here, only the essentials are provided to ensure visitors' comfort. Water sourced from the mountain top, electricity powered by solar energy, Wi-Fi for internet access, and well-equipped cabins. Each shelter has a restaurant open daily, catering to all food and drink needs.
There's a lodging facility provided for visitors visiting the Mount Cameroon National Park. And apart from Mount Spring, we also have Fako Mountain Lodge and the P&T VIP Lodge. Here at Mount Spring, we have what we call cabins. Same at the Fako Mountain Lodge. We have 6 cabins per side. At Mount Spring, a cabin carries a capacity of up to 4 persons. And in all the 2 sides, we have restaurant services with staff on duty 24 hours on 24.
Upon arriving at the second refuge, we met a group of visitors. They had opted for hiking, having set off at 9 a.m. They reached the second hut at 4:30 p.m. Completely exhausted, their feet were barely able to stand.
It was not an easy one, but I thank God for the people that I was climbing up with, that I was doing the hiking with, because actually they gave me the moral support. They encouraged me to keep on, but it was not easy. Coming out to this level is not easy. It's an experience I will not try again.
Mount Cameroon is also home to an annual sporting event, the Race of Hope, which brings together thousands of athletes. But beyond this major event, park managers face other challenges, such as managing the plastic waste left at the summit.
Cleanup of Mount Cameroon National Park after the Race of Hope. We are calling here for a collaboration. We are calling for the organizer at the level of the Ministry of Sports at the level of locally, at the level of the Athletic Federation, to work in collaboration with parks, but to put an appropriate budget to allocate to the park, because it's the park service who is taking care of this protected area before, within, and after Race of Hope. Compared to last year, we're having 25 bags of litters removed inside the park after Race of Hope.
Tons of waste are collected at the end of each event, but no arrangements are made to dispose of these materials, which are dangerous for the preservation of nature for some visitors. While the efforts of the volunteers who are tackling these difficult tasks are to be commended, the effort must also be individual.
For the fact that we have to come after the mountain race and clean the track, it keeps our nature clean the way it's supposed to be, and we don't interfere with net pollution and all the like. So it's so interesting that we have to come after and clean it and leaving the place better.
Park officials are now calling on the organizers of the Race of Hope to focus on cleaning up Mount Cameroon after the event.